Chapter 18. War Day 2. I finally snapped. After Aizawa and Ectoplasm's clone guided me to the teacher's observation room, I was immediately set down on the couch. Recovery Girl was unwrapping all the bandages to see how deep the cuts were and how deep my shoulder wound was. Recover Girl. This is a nasty wound. You should have been more carefully. Me. I know, I got distracted and didn't see her. All Might. What were you even thinking? Me. A strategy to take them down. By the way, are they still in the tunnel? Ectoplasm. Yes, I will get them once the next day early in the morning. Me. Good, I still need them. Recovery Girl. No you don't. What you need is rest. With that said, she kissed me on the cheek. Weird enough, I didn't feel any exhaustion or tiredness. My wound began slowly to heal by itself. The cuts were no longer visible, only my wound on my shoulder was still there but also slowly healing. Aizawa. Problem child. Why didn't you use your quirk? Me. I am not planning on using it at all. I want to show everyone that a quirkless person can still accomplish the same things as someone with a quirk. Can I go now? Nezu. Why don't you rest for an hour or two? I am sure there is no harm in that. Me. I have a schedule to accomplish. Nezu. Then how about some tea time? Me. I guess I could spare some time. However, I will not show all the card that I have prepared, nor will I say what plans I came up with. Nezu. That's alright, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Knew it, they want to talk about what I did yesterday. The mouse, bear, dog thing, handed me a tea. Vlad King. Can I ask you, why are you targeting Class 1B that much? Me. Huh, I am not targeting them. If anything, then I am going easy on them. Present Mike. So you mean that your real target is Class 1A, your fellow classmates? Me. Maybe, I answered your question, now let me ask one myself. Aizawa. Fair enough. Me. I dropped my handgun, are any heroes allowed to use it? Snipe. No. They could hurt themselves. Me. Oh, if that's so, then I would suggest saying that to Monoma, as he just picked up my gun and the safety is still not enabled. If he pulls the trigger right now, he will hurt himself. I watched him from the side monitor. Monoma and Kuroiro were entering the entrance area. They both were looking around for the others. Then Monoma went and picked my gun off the ground. He proceeded playing with it as if it was a fake one. Clearly, he doesn't know what he was doing, as he placed the gun on his temple and was laughing. While doing all kind of motion with the gun in his hand, he pulled the trigger and the bullet hit Kutoiro. Vlad King. Monoma put that down. Poor Vlad King wasn't even able to finish what he was saying, before the bang. The bullet hit Kutoiro in the stomach. It wasn't a lethal wound, but the way he was hit and Monoma's action next, he would bleed out. Me. Ha 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 ha. I couldn't detain the laughter anymore, it was hilarious. I was laughing so much that some tears were falling down my cheek. I wanted the heroes to kill each other, but this was something I couldn't have planned. Me. Haha, how stupid could he be? He even managed to hit a target. Too bad he doesn't do anything. Kutoiro will bleed out at this rate. Aizawa and the other teachers were shaking their heads. It was the stupidest thing one could have done, while I was still chuckling. Nezu. That's a first. Nezu. Vlad King, call Monoma out, he is disqualified. Recovery Girl. He is right, the boy would have bleeded out without anyone attending his wounds if this was a real bullet. Me. Wait, can you let Kuroiro's body right there? I had something on my mind to do with them. Hound dog. Please don't do anything that might come out of a horror movie. Me. No promises on that one. Aizawa. Problem child. Me. What? I can't promise something I know I will break the second I go back into the game. All Might. Game? Midoriya, my boy. Me. Don't call me that. All Might. Okay, I won't do it again, calm down. Me. I am calm. All Might. No, you are not. Plus the situation you were in was dangerous, you can't possibly win this exercise without using one for all. Me. What? That was enough for me to snap. One sentence was all it took for me to attack him. Still refusing to use OFA, I punched him in the face. Aizawa immediately tried to use his capture weapon. Keyword tried. I dodged it and landed another punch on him. All Might changed to his muscle form and began to defend himself while also trying to calm me down. Everyone in the room was on edge. Nezu. Namori. Midnight. On it. The fairly large room began to fill itself with a light purple gas. Memories allowed her to put nearby people to sleep by exuding a sleep-inducing aroma from her body. The teachers didn't want me to get hurt by them. I can't inhale this mist at all cost. Hopefully, I can hold my breath long enough. Aizawa was still trying to get me with his capture weapon only for me to catch one of the ends. N. See picture for the chapter. I then pulled on it. Feeling that his grip loosened on the scarf, I pulled again, making him lose his footing and spin at the same time. After this move, I now had his capture weapon. Not wanting Aizawa to come too close to me, I used his weapon against him, wrapping him up tightly. It was hard to get out, I know this from experience, and he used it against all of his students at some point. I then threw him against the wall as if he was a fucking ragdoll and let the scarf go from my hands. Present Mike, Namori and Recovery Girl were immediately by his side making sure he was okay. He luckily had no injuries at all. Aizawa was out cold because of Namori's quirk. In this whole fiasco, Namori deactivated her quirk while looking at Aizawa. I was dodging Vlad King's quirk. Sakihiro's quirk allows him to freely manipulate his own blood after it has left his body. He can also solidify the ejected blood, allowing him to trap his opponent, and that's exactly what he tried to do. Again tried. As I myself had other plans. I was still attacking All Might. Anger was basically radiating from me. Hound Dog and Nezu tried to calm me down, but no matter what they said, I didn't listen to them. This went on another 10 minutes until Aizawa-sensei woke up. He saw me dodging Vlad King's quirk while aiming punches at All Might. I didn't even realize that he was up until I could feel something wrapping around my torso. Now unable to move any further, I looked down at what was holding me. I tried to escape it, but it won't budge. My breathing began picking up speed. I could feel myself falling into a panic attack. This whole situation wasn't to my liking. It reminded me of what my family did to me. There was nothing I could do to stop it from happening. Black dots appeared in my view and I could see all the teachers in the room were concerned. They all were saying something to me, but I couldn't hear them anymore as the darkness began swallowed me. An hour later, I woke up feeling a pair of arms around me. I was sitting on the floor with someone holding me, hugging me from behind. Slowly lifting up my head, I could see all the teachers around me. Sadness, concern and even anxiety were the emotions I could read from their eyes. Even Nezu was concerned for me. He approached me slowly and began petting my hand. Aizawa. You alright? The word scared me. I didn't realize that the person, who was holding me, was none other than Aizawa himself. I instinctively tried to jump out of his hug only to be pulled back to a closer embrace. Flinching at the unfamiliar gesture. This must have said something of, as Nezu and Aizawa were either hugging me or petting me, making sure that I would relax. To be honest, I did work. Recovery Girl. You nearly gave us a heart attack, dearie. Are you feeling better now? Me. Why yes. How long was I out? Present Mike. An hour. All Might. I am sorry for what I said. You are not we. Nezu cut All Might words. I watched him carefully analyzing the chimera. He was angry and I could tell they were all angry at All Might for some reason. I believe it was the rooftop incidents from the video and then his word before I snapped. Nezu. If you do not wish to continue participating in this exercise, no one will be mad at you, nor blame you. However, feel free to go back anytime you want. I couldn't believe my ears. They were telling me after I attacked All Might and the other, that I could go back and end what I began. Why? Me. You are allowing me to end this exercise, fully knowing that what I will do next is on another level of cruelty? Nezu. Yes. Why? Why would they do this? Isn't he at least concerned for the others? Me. Why? Hound Dog. It might not be the best solution and you are certainly putting everyone else in my care after this, but you have so much anger in you right now, that Nezu and me are think that you might need to let yourself lose a little bit. You need to let the anger out. While this exercise is certainly not the best way to do so, we believe it still will help you. I looked around at Aizawa, wanting to see how he feels about this situation. He must have noticed it as he spoke up. Aizawa. Izuku, promise me not hurt yourself anymore. I knew what he meant, the cuts. And his voice, it wasn't the voice he always used on us, his class. He sounded so much more calm and not mean or annoyed. Me. What if I lose myself? I know that you are talking about me cutting myself, but I didn't realize doing it until it happened. Recovery girl. Did this happen once before? I was unable to look anyone in the eyes. Happy that Aizawa was still hold me, I gave in and began snuggling against him. It was the first time in my life for me to feel this way. Me. No. Recovery girl. It's all right dearie, you don't need to talk about it. Nezu. If you lose yourself, we will make sure that nobody gets seriously hurt including yourself. Me. Okay. Nezu. Here, have some more tea. It might help you relax a little more. Aizawa was letting me go only to hold my hand, gently setting me on the sofa. He then sat on my right side, rubbing circles on my back. Nezu came with a cup of tea and placed himself next to me. Nezu. To answer your previous question myself. I want to give you the chance in showing your comrades how wrong they were. If you need any help in the exercise, feel free to contact me and we will see how I can help you. Everyone was shocked what the principal was saying. He would encourage the nightmare I was planning to do, in order to help me come with myself and all the emotions I locked away. Me. Wouldn't that be against the rules? I still don't want to disappoint you. I worked so hard to have a solid plan for everyone. I made sure that they would know how I felt my whole life, while at the same time entertain you. Nezu. That's quite all right, but can you promise me to go easy on them as well, like you did on Class 1B? You can tell me later what you wanted to do with them, but for now, I am sure they know how terrifying and cruel the world can be after last night. Me. I will think about it. Nezu. Do you want to stay and rest another hour? I can see you are worried about Class 1A, but you don't have to be. They will have their hands full for another 3 to 4 hours with the burning hospital. Me. Then I would gladly take you up on the offer. Everyone seemingly relaxed by my answer. They were all so worried for me, but why? I am useless. They even needed to save me in this game. I can't even to that myself. Kachan was right all along, I can't do anything. I am just a useless stupid Deku.